Hi guys, my name is Arjit. Welcome to another session with Quant Diary. Today we are going to learn some concept around selecting stocks for short-term trading. So in some of our previous videos we have already covered how to use a screener or scanner, software or a website using rules and filter stocks. The video link for that is in the description sections. Today we are going to focus on some of the concept behind selecting a stocks. To understand these concepts, you will need to have a basic understanding of price actions or basic technical analysis. In case you don't have understanding of that, please check out the other two videos that are linked in this descriptions as a price actions or technical analysis basic. Okay, now before we go deeper into the process of stock selections, let's revisit this flowchart which we have used in one of our previous video. So this flowchart basically summarize all the possibilities at any point of time where price can go. So if immediate previous trend was uptrend and then price either may face a resistance, then consolidate, then either or it can face a resistance and then it reverse, or it find a resistance and then break out the resistance and continue in the uptrend. Similarly, for downtrend also it will work the similar way. Why I need to revisit this one? Because when you are trading or selecting for short-term trade, you will need to find a stock that is already running or a stock that is about to run, because you don't want to buy or sell a stock and then hold because price has entered into a consolidation. You don't want to get stuck in that. So the stock that you will be selecting, you will be looking for a move in that. So that's why you need to understand this flowchart. So we'll be looking for either it gives a breakout and then do a continuation move, or we'll be look for resistance, it doing a reversal in the price. We'll get into more into that price behavior later, but before that let's look into some category I have used here to identify some of the parameters that we'll use for stock selection process. So broadly I have used 4 category here, and out of that 2 category is related to price, and I have broken down it separate 2 category: price breakouts and price reversal, and other 2 categories are volume and open interest. Okay, so first 2 of these parameters, that is volume and price breakout in a trending market, is a simpler versions. They are like basic parameter that we must use, or most of us already use, for selecting stock for short term. On the other 2 thing, which is reversal and the open interest, a little bit advanced selection criteria that you can further filter out to select stock. So we'll discuss one by one of this parameter and understand the concept behind it. So why should I use this parameter for selecting stock? So to start with volume, so the volume basically in a chart is denoted by a traded volume, right? So it's a vertical bar and the size of the bar denotes by measurement of traded volume. So if we go any chart, let's say this is a chart for Bharat Heavy Electrical, you can see in the bottom sections I have added an indicator for volume, and these are showing the traded volume for this particular time frame, which means this is 11th May week. This is weekly chart, so it's a week starting on 11th May. This has this volume candle is there. So this means this is green, so which means that it has a bullish week, and then this is the total volume traded in that week. So similarly, if you change the time frame, the volume parameter will change dynamically to that time frame. So volume, when you are calculating or using it, you need to remember that's the volume for a period or a time frame. So that's why I mentioned the volume can be dynamic based on the time frame. Now volume can behave 2 ways, which we will be looking for selecting stock. So we'll be using this 2 things, either it's a volume spike or the volume is above average. So these 2 parameters we'll be using for volume. So what does spike or spurt means? It's basically just mean in the current candle. So let's be it weekly or be it daily, it does not matter, but it has to be in one candle. Suddenly the volume should be very big compared to the previous one or an average volume. Okay, so if there's a one candle big volume spike, so that's will be categorized as volume spike. So we should be looking for that kind of candle, or we'll be looking for volume to be above average. So I'm using right now TradingView. So TradingView has a default volume indicator which has a simple moving average. So if you use different, so I'm using a 20 period moving average. So you can use anything, it doesn't matter really. So you are basically checking look back of last 20 days, what's the average. So that's the this line denotes, right? So if I'm checking selecting stocks, so if I see that there is a more volume than the average, or there is a one sudden spike in volume candle, then I'll know the stock is suddenly getting interested by buyers or seller, which means something is going to happen to that stock. So in this case, what I am thinking is this price is likely to give also a breakout. Why? That I am coming later, but understand that the volume is one of the important parameter when you are selecting the stocks. So here I come around in any screener software and I can just add, let's say, a volume. So I'll see if latest volume, this is basically latest daily candle volume, is greater than equal to moving average. I want to have a moving average which is basically SMA, and instead of latest close, I'll seek the volume. So this will give me all the volume candles for last 20 candle, and then it will calculate the simple moving average of that, and we'll check whether current candle is greater than or equal to that moving average or not. So this is one way to put a parameter. So if we just run scan, it will give me a set of stock already. Okay, so that's one parameters. Second parameter is breakout. So when we are looking for a breakout for short-term trade, it will be either a script that is about to give a breakout or it just done a breakout. Why? Because that's when I'm expecting right after breakout price to move fast and furiously, while or it's already given breakout, it should also continue the movement of the following a breakout. Okay, so that two condition I will need to check. So I mentioned that volume is something that is satisfying in case like there's a big volume candle, right? Now I'll need to also check whether the price is giving a breakout or not. So for that, I'll go back to my screener software again and check whether latest close is higher than, let's say how many. I'll check for high. We'll check for if latest candle is higher than how many high? Let's say n days ago. Sorry, I need to use us. Let's say I'll check weekly high. So I'll check whether latest close is greater than weekly high. Okay, so it's not showing any stocks. That's because we are taking latest weekly. So latest weekly, it cannot, unless it's a Marubojo kind of candle, it cannot be, even that case also close cannot be high. So we have to go 1 week before. So I'll have to select a let's say n days instead. So here I can set an offset. So this is one way to check whether the volume is higher than the last 10 days higher. So you can also add some additional parameters. So this checks only whether the high is greater than last 10 days ago's high or not. You need to add further. So you can add a range of candles. So which will give you whether the value, the maximum of the high. So you can select a maximum, and then duration is 20, and instead of number I'll check high, and let's say make it 1 day ago. So I'll check last 20 candles, last 20 candles high is, so latest close is higher than the last 20 candle high or not. So these are the stock that are coming in that case. So that way I'll select for, these are the stock that are either potential breakout or giving me about to give a breakout. Now I'll change this to a little bit lesser stock, and I want which are more liquid stock. Okay, so Bharat Heavy Electrical, you can see that is already coming here as my, which is satisfying both volume and the price criteria. If you notice here that if you see the all the candles high 1 2 3 4 5 6, so you can see 2 or 3 weeks whatever the high was, the current candle is higher than that. So this will give me idea whether this stock is about to give breakout or is giving breakout or not. So that's how we will be using breakout. So I said the first two things are easier compared to other two, right? So the volume and price breakout you understand very clearly. Now we'll little go advance in case of price reversal. So one similarity, so price reversal is also we are using a parameter for price. So in this case, instead of the trending market, we look for reversal. Now for looking for reversal, why I mentioned this is advanced, because you will need to understand some of the patterns or some of the reversal signals, right? So it's either about to give a signal or it just started doing a reversal. So in those cases, you will be looking for those. Now reversal can be identified using different strategy. So it could be a harmonic strategy where you use different type of harmonic patterns, or let's say ABCD pattern or XABCD pattern or cipher pattern. So these are based on the Fibonacci. You can plot the pattern and get whether the pattern is getting activated and giving you a potential reversible zone. So for harmonic strategy, you can get a potential reversible zone, and for a divergent strategy, you can see whether price and any of the indicator that you're using, whether they are giving a divergence or not. So that's a possible that momentum is losing for that stock and it may change a direction. Or you are using a swing pattern. A swing pattern will be something like a falling wedge, or let's say in a downtrend there is a falling wedge getting created and price giving breakout above the falling wedge, or let's say there is a W pattern in the bottom and it's giving the breakout above the neckline. So it could also be a swing pattern reversal type. Okay, so depending on the strategy, you will need to build up your scanner. So when you are making the scanner, you will need to remember that you are using the strategy, right? But the thing is that here, as you can see, this in the simple scanner, there is only available some basic measures. So and some of the what is this called, these are so out of the box, let's say we are using the out of the box indicator. So whatever indicator is available here, we are seeing it here only, right? So to make a custom indicator, you may not be able to use one of these free tools. You may need to go for something a little bit advanced, like a software, let's say Amy Broker, or where you need to code the whatever the strategy for reversible you are using to get that pattern. So whether its pattern is appearing in the scanner or not. So that's why I mentioned this is not simple. This will be little advanced. So for reversal, I can still make a divergence scanner here using that whether current price is above, going above to the previous price, and then I can see whether any of the indicator which is available here, like let's say RSI or let's say EMA or MACD or things like the indicator like that, I can use it here, whatever is available in this drop down, right? So in those indicator, I can see whether it's making higher high or lower low, and then I can calculate the divergence. That is also still possible. But making a pattern, you might need to do a coding. So that's why I mentioned this could be a little bit advanced. Okay, next part is open interest. So about open interest, what are open interest? Do check out our video related to getting started on future and options. So there you will understand, and also you will be understanding about the short build-up and long build-up kind of things like that, right? So if you have those idea based on the just like a volume, there will be either spot or the current open interest is higher than the average. Okay, but why I have kept the volume as a simple and open interest is advanced? Because mainly because there is not ready-made indicator for open interest everyone. Like for some of the broker may be providing simple line chart for open interest understanding and all, but you cannot really do a thorough analysis based on that open interest. So you may need to go to NSE website if you're looking for free data, and then you may to check with the market data segment, and then you can get daily market report. From here you can get the data, and then end of the day, and you can convert that to some Excel and get a scan based on that, that if some stock is, the open interest is suddenly spiked up, or some open interest is increasing above the average. So that kind of condition you can make in Excel. So that is again applicable for only stocks that are available in FNO, right? And the other alternative will be if you can get the buy the data, real-time data, and integrate with one of the tools, and then create your own indicator based on that, right? So you will need to buy a real-time data and then get a make an scanner based on that real-time data. So that also you can do, but that's why I said it will not be easy. So that's why it's a part of the advanced scanner. Okay, but if you are looking for a quick check for stocks which are giving sudden open interest, so you can come to this market data, and under this there will be market snapshot. So if you click on this link, market snapshot, in the NSE site, you will come to this sections where it gives you sprouts in open interest. If you go here and view the details, you will be seeing it will give a list of stock that is increase in open interest that will be showing, right? It will give you list of open interest. Okay, this will also give you, there is a most active contract. So from here also you can pick up some of the stocks for your short-term trade, and you can cross verify these stocks against your technical analysis, and then you can select those stocks. So in that way, so what we learned so far is basically there's a 4 parameter that we can use for selecting the stocks: a volume, a price. Price can be using for breakout, or a pattern for reversal, and we can also use open interest to scan for selecting scan for stocks that we will be doing short-term trade. Now note down, these 4 are not the only parameter that you can scan for. There are other parameters that you can even include further to boost your scanner, right? So you can make a criteria where implied volatility is lower than the historical volatility, or historical volatility is lower than the implied volatility, kind of scan like that you can also make. You can also make scan based on fundamental. Even in this website itself, if you go here, there is options for some of the fundamental parameter. Like if you see here, this is a market cap, you can filter based on the market cap, or trailing 12 months sales operating profit, that kind of fundamental parameter also you can use if you are looking for a slightly higher time frame. So those fundamental parameter you can also use, or you can also use build up. Let's say in the future, so let's say there is this long build up, short build up, that kind of thing you can check, or you can also get FII, DI data, and based on that also you can select which direction you are going. So you can see that based on data it could be very diversified, and you can use multiple type of parameter to do select stock. But whatever the basic, this should be sufficient for your cash trade. So if you use only volume or price breakout or combination for selecting stock, that should also be sufficient. Also make sure it's not like the scanner is giving you just a list of stock. Also make sure you open that stock in a chart and reanalyze it properly, unless you are having this in any automated software where it verifies that all of the condition for a breakout. All right, so that's what today all about. If you have any question, or feel free to ask and put a comment if you like the video or it helped you. So I hope that together with this video and the screener video, which has a link in the description sections, you will be now able to make your own customized scanner. So you can make your own criteria or parameters based on this, and then you can make your own scanner. Okay, so also feel free to check out our new Quora space, which I created like 2 or 3 days back. Okay, and subscribe to our channel, and thank you. Take care.